Syndicate did receive a few notable buffs. So we had Nilfgaard go back down to 13 provisions. We had the Cleaver's Muscle get buffed from 6 to 7 power. And then the Halfling Safecracker got a buff as well. So with those three things, I wanted to go back in and look at a crime deck. The Halfling Safecracker typically in this particular build comes down between 7 to 8 points, which is not bad for 4 provisions. It's not much better than just going with the Cleaver's Muscle by itself, but it is what it is. You also have an indirect buff to Nilfgaardian Justice, given that the Cleaver's Muscle is buffed. So really cool stuff. Crownsplitters are a lot of fun. Syndicate's my second or favorite faction. Honestly, I can't decide between that and Scoia'tael, but it is what it is here. So I'm not leading too much into this. I'm just kind of keeping things overall consistent. And we'll start off with Line Pocket's leader ability, gain 1 coin, 6 charges. Whenever you play a crime card, gain 1 coin. Remember this passive because it's going to give you a lot of points throughout the game. Every single time we play a crime, I think we have somewhere between 8 and 10 crimes in the deck, so they add up to a lot of extra points, you know what I mean? And Nilfgaard's going to be something that we want to play early. It has resilience, so it'll play for 2 rounds. If we're on red coin, this deck has really strong 2-0 potential because you come down with Nilfgaard, you come down with Conjurer's Candle, you have these 2 cards that have resilience going into a round 2, we pull a bunch of golds, we win the game. It's pretty straightforward. So having this card, 1 coin per turn for a lot of turns with a profit 3 at the beginning, and we get a create and play Bronze Gang tag. Usually the card we're creating and playing is not that good, but hopefully it's a spender so it can help us out with coin management. Oniromancy for consistency. There are a lot of cards that we want to pull at specific times. Having the ability to go and do that, like Nilfgaard or Cleaver or Bassi, is really useful. Cleaver obviously gets buffed because of the Cleaver's Muscle, so it has Intimidate. Whenever we play a crime card, it's going to boost itself by 1. If we do have adjacent Crownsplitters, then we're going to be able to get 3 of a boost every time that we play a crime card. That's cool. It's not something you have to do every single time because you do want to fill up the row with the Cleaver's Muscle, but this can get really tall otherwise, you know? So use your discretion there. It is kind of hard to manage the space in a long round, so I find Cleaver's usually really good if you're just plowing into a round 2 bleed with your carryover cards. So that's kind of what it comes down to. Heatwave for something that we just don't want to deal with. Sometimes they have a really tall unit and we want to kill it off so that we can kind of focus more on the engines they play afterwards with the bare knuckle brawlers and the dips in the Pontar. So again, Heatwave really helps with that. We have Casimir Bassi, which I think is a more reliable card in the grand scheme of things than playing something like the Freak Show. It's not as on demand, but this bringing out the explosives, we get a free one essentially whenever we spend down to 0 that turn. And every turn that it sits on the board, it becomes 1 less fee. So after 3 turns, we're getting free hits, plus whatever on the Tunnel Drill, plus whatever on the Bare Knuckle Brawler. It generally cleans up most things along with the dip in the Pontar, and maybe we create something off this that does 1 damage. There are an option or 2, so, you know, we have definitely a lot of flexibility with that. I didn't go Devotion, so there's no reason to play Whoreson, for example, so that's out of the question. So Heatwave just kind of takes that for that reason. Nilfgaardian Justice is going to be able to play a bronze Crown Splitter from our deck, which is either going to be 1 or 2, depending on the hand state and what we're looking to accomplish. We'll choose one or the other, but it is kind of just a thin at the same time. You could consider using Flying Redanian given the buff, but I didn't feel like we actually needed it in this deck. I tend to be drawing my cards, so that's not really an issue. Conjurer's Candle, because spenders, I think we have about 9 cards that'll do spending in this, but, you know, some are better than others, so Candle is just really nice for carryover to be able to have a high-value spender on the board with Nilfgaard going into a round, keep things protected that we need to protect in order to get the most value from them, so that's kind of how it goes. Also, just one more thing to spend down to 0 for things like Bassi and things like the Evelyn Gallo. Gallo is amazing. At the end of your turn, if you have 0 coins, gain 3 coins. 3 coins per turn, that trades up depending on what we're spending with. One of the best, if not the best 7 provision card in the game, in my opinion. So great. And also, if you're going to be playing this card and you're going to be playing Nilfgaard, make sure you play her to the left of Nilfgaard so that her sequence happens before the Nilfgaard end of the turn. Okay? If you put this first, then this first, this will resolve before her and you won't get the extra 3 coins. But these collective is 4 coins per turn that you'll be getting. So really good stuff. Tunnel Drill, Fee 2, damage 3, and when you play a crime, it reduces the cooldown by 1, so we have 6 points of damage reach per turn off of this, plus whatever we have with this, and then the explosives. So make sure you spend, and then you use your crime, and then you spend again, right? And honestly, we can do pretty tall removal with these, and then with dips. So a lot of flexibility, utility there. Pickpocket goes from empty bank to full bank because of leader passive. Sometimes we're going to need something like that. If you find your coin gen is all right, you could probably swap it for something else. This is a good option too, being able to go for something in your deck. A lock doesn't hurt, but usually we're killing stuff. Graveyard Punish, a Purify, whatever the case. You can get creative with it. I think we're just fine the way that it is though here. Open Sesames, a little bit of carryover to endgame, right? Counter 6 after you gain the 6 coins because the leader passive, and then whenever you reach 0 coins, it kind of removes the counter. After 6 times you get those coins back. You can fire that off really easily with the bare knuckle brawlers, single leader charges, or the Oxenford guards, dual leader charges, and just get 8 coins at the end of the game if you have 2 of these in grave. I don't always have to play it that way perfectly, but it's something that you can do if you're really kind of coin counting at a high level, and you get a lot of value from doing that. I have a thin with the casino bouncers just to be able to get another card out of the deck. In total with this deck, we have the 1 thin. I have 2 thins, 3, 4, 5 potentially. So it's looking really clean in that regard. We are drawing the cards that we need when we need them. Obviously, Oxenford Guard was too busted at 4 provisions, got nerfed up to 5 provisions, still a very good card. So you're still going to play this card. And obviously 2 for 4 is a really good spend. It's probably the best spend in the game if you think about it, right? When you're using your last 2 coins. So really good stuff there. Plunder just for security, being able to create something if we need it. And again, just these to try these. These are not that important. If you find a Pellar Squirrel combos better, do it. I just wanted to play it because it's patch day, right? Well, patch week, patch bi-weekly, patch month. I'm a little late to the party, but that's pretty much it, man. I got 4 games with live commentary for reference. I was going to do a little bit more. I got kind of burnt out because I was trying to make a vampires deck work before this, and I got pretty frustrated. I wanted to use Tome, and I did not want to do Golden Necker, but honestly, I think if you're going to use Tome and the Neckarat buff, you kind of want to go Golden Necker for that, so I might redo it at some point, but not today. So, all right, first up here we got Monsters White Frost. So we could put back one of these because we're going to be taking the thin out. I don't mind this carryover play. I think we save one of them for later though. Bassi could be a good way to win round 1 because we are in blue. I don't think I need a dip here. That's not a very good hand.
What the fuck did you say?
Yeah, I guess we just leave it. I don't really have a good safecracker opening either.
So apparently turquoise has become fashionable again. Can you believe it?
Sure. We probably would kill her. I guess I'm using.
Are you cold, human insect? It won't be long.
Do I go for a thin? That goes up to 2. It keeps it within range. I think I just go for this thin.
Bloody hate mages. Treating second nature to them.
And then when Winter Queen comes out, we have the ability to take care of it. You don't have dominance. I'm just gonna hold, I think, for now. Matter of fact, though, this is not a bad play. So we'll do that. We'll do that. I think we could take one of these.
Do you think the situation adjusts?
That would have been my tempo pass there, so we take this game pretty easily. Alright, next up we got Firesworn. It would be Congregate. Jeez, man. Congregate. I'm like low-key dying right now. Give me a sec here. Hand overall looks good. I kind of like Furco into Justice though, generally. I don't have a lot of spenders, so one of them's not bad. Two of them I don't think we need. My voice is kind of harsh because I recorded maybe 3 or 4 games of a different deck before this, and I wasn't liking it, so I just scrapped it. I think we're going to go Bassi here. I gotta sort of match that energy, you know? So their devotion, they might go for Junior if they have them. They don't. That's like a really good kill for me. I think I have to go and spend this though, just so we can start getting value from it. Probably go for the spender next off the plunder.
Who is it you believe stands before us? I'm a count, damn it.
How many crimes we got? 1, 2, 3. It's likely just better to go and take. I think we're doing this instead.
Now this is a knife. You're lucky to keep your heat.
We'll take the 3. Because then at least if I'm spending 1 per turn, I'm getting a free explosive. Wonder if I can kill the Fallen Knight, though. 3. We're gonna have to do it. And then just what? Click once. It still dies to, yeah, we're chilling. I need one more coin, though. It's getting expensive. This is Intimidate, but I think we go for this first. Should I take 2 for 2 and spawn another? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's first time each turn. Either way, I think we still do that. So I would like to get the Thin out, and I would like to play Candle. Damage by 6, that's good.
He venerates not the fire.
It's also not a bad look to do something like this.
Officer's word.
Just because they use full leader. Otherwise, I would probably pocket that for longer. I think we're fine. Now we just get free carryover round off of Nilfgaard, and we get Candle down. This is actually fairly good here. Okay. I'm just gonna milk it.
It requires patience.
8 for 4. That's shameful. This plays for 4. This plays for 4. This plays for 5.
Best not play with fire, liable to get burnt.
If I take this here, then I'm getting 5, 6 coins. That's not very good for me, but I am bleeding. I could play this before I play this and save this. Okay, Swindle's not very good for them. I think we're taking... We need a deeper spend, so we'll do this. Over profit by 2, but... I think I'm willing to go that far. So we have to put Gallo here so that we gain plus the gain. And then we'll go in with Candle.
Gaze into my eyes.
I don't want to necessarily spend candle either, so we'll probably just leave it for round 3 and just spend down on the street urchin.
Like to see what's the only way they learn.
Quartermaster of the Order, at your service.
Do we just go for card advantage now? Maybe not. Disarray will play for a lot of value. So this gives me the full 9. Kind of just want to take the carryover.
Turn 5, protect us.
I think we just go all in here. And then a save candle. I think it's more than enough. Yeah, that was conservative, but we still got it done. Alright, next up here we have Double Cross. I feel like it's one of those come out swinging with Nilfgaard and try to push. Because we do go second. Burko into maybe choice, because I have enough Crownsplitters that we're probably going to be able to keep one out for this. I have my thinning. I'm going to put back one of these, obviously that, and just kind of roll with it. If I can get down both cards with resilience, we have a really good round 2. It's going to be one of those. Whatever. Now the question is, do I use 4 leader charges to kill it? Well, now we can't.
I shall not repeat Emir's mistakes.
I think we're just... Are we taking the thin?
I'm gonna lose your teeth too.
Maybe we are. I gotta see more information. And I just don't want to play a spender that gets killed for free. Could be a good heat wave, though. I need a spender.
Together, but don't get used to it.
There's no incentive to keep going. So, candle we get for free. We'll just do one of those. I've got a crown. I've only got one crime in pocket, so this would come down at 5. I'd rather save them for later, because my deck's full of crime cards. That's fine. Just do one of these, I think. We'll just go with the urchin, right? I would be very upset if I were them. This is kind of annoying. Got to be careful because they will get Cleaver, which is a reasonable amount of points, but okay. So we get a free bleed off their best top deck. Let's keep that. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. That's okay. It's not amazing. I think we prioritize coin gen. So Gallo could be actually very good with Candle. They might have a Vilgefortz though. Why don't we just take this? And then I can fix it after. I think we take 4. Just in case they kill. That's a massive swing, man. 26 points in 1 turn. I wasn't really thinking about it too much, if I'm being honest, about putting Nilfgaard, just giving space for Cleaver. But... and since I don't have a lot of crimes, I might not actually... This just could be a tempo pass situation. I think we go Bassi. Okay. I was gonna say we just feel it out. It wasn't pretty the way that I set it up at the end of last round and played into this round, but I'm just telling you because it... you know, it happens when I'm kind of just autopiloting things sometimes, but... regardless, I think the macro was good here because we pushed when we needed to push in round 1 to get the win on even, to go into round 2 and to get out their best cards. So they know that we're up a reasonable amount, you know, we're sitting on a 30-point lead and counting. And there's nothing for them to take that has any substance in hand because of the leader. That's what we're trying to play around. Yeah, sit through the typical Nilfgaard player roping out. Alright, we got Deadeye Ambush coming up here next. And it's very important that they draw a certain card, so that tells me they're probably going to be playing Heist. I have Nilfgaard in round 1, and Candle in round 1, and we got some damage to take care of things. I think we want to keep dipping the Pontar. I don't know about Guard, but maybe. If this sticks, then we play this, we get a Thin, we have a lot of crimes. We have a ton of crimes. Maybe this goes for now. Thin's okay. Wow. 10 for 5, I mean, they take those for sure. So, Crownsplitter. I think we gotta play into the whole Intimidate thing pretty quick. We get Intimidate 3, right?
Round up the prisoners.
How do I deal 15 damage? Okay, well, we find a C. That's actually as good as it gets.
We do our best angling on land.
We gotta click one more. We take the dip. We gotta click one more. So just do a few clicks here. If I play this now, it's kind of expensive. Maybe we don't.
This time it'll be personal.
There's no threes. I think 7 for 4 is still not very good. It's okay. It's not actually that bad. But it almost feels safer just to include a cleaver's muscle.
Victory, not glory.
They can hide, but there is no escape.
I really want to save this. Here, we'll take a thin.
Good luck. Not too much, eh?
If they pass, we pass, then we're good. So I'm going to take it like that. Because I go back to 9 regardless.
I never miss.
Definitely need a spender. Actually, give vitality. Yeah, we gotta be able to split it up.
Your facts, good sir, are
Here.
false.
We go up 1 and we go up 2. If they purify that, they replay it, it kills that. I think I'm actually supposed to do a bit more, just so I have more candle room. Here. I just don't want to waste if they kill it.
We were lost once.
Okay, that's fine. Again, can we save the card or what? 1, 2. They're gonna replay that. We gotta keep it safe. It's my only spender.
You like surprises.
I'd fail men herreeth den verde.
Kind of twisting my hand, right? I think we still save this. Goes 5, 6. Here, we'll take one of these first.
If the ring won't come off, just take the whole finger.
I think I'm willing to go in. 4 for 5. Good.
Aim between the
10 points is not that much. I could do that with Sesame. 14. Yeah, let's take it. I was kind of hoping we can avoid that, but...
You've done it now.
Okay. This should be a 2-0 if I draw well. Actually, now we just play for the carryover. For crime, we go pickpocket. We probably... I don't like it. For crime, we go into one of these, actually. There we go. And I take Bassi, I think, first. Don't have to worry about traps, they're just more straight elves with heist. Well, if that was good, they would click it. Yeah, we're fine. It's going to be deception, right? 4, 8, 12. They pass, we pass. That's what they want. I think we're taking the 5. I need actual tempo here. So I kill that for free. I could take a dip. Or I take a sesame. But if I take a sesame, I'm wasting. So it's probably a dip. Yeah, it's good enough for now. We just save the 1. They go 4, 8. They play Isengrim. We tie that. Yeah. There you go. 2-0, I suppose, or 2-1.